you go. motherfucker that don't want to see you win. Let motherfuckers hold on the grudges. Let them have you. 9 out of 10 times, they mad at you because they ain't you. They mad at you, they go on personal shit. So let them have it. Let them have everything. Let them post what they post on social media about you. Let them post it. Let them have all of it. Just let them have it. They're not going to say it to your face. They're not going to touch you.
And let me tell you something, Chuck. Nobody gets the pass in here. Everybody that comes in here with us, you're going to leave a little bit better than when you came. Nobody gets the pass. Nobody gets the pass. You come in here with us, you leave here better than what you came. There's a standard. Everybody got to live up to that standard. Everybody got to live up to
The Conference Playoffs. The Knicks with a Game 3 opportunity.
He's made the plays that they had to make, and then offensively, man, I did not do a very good job for our group tonight, but I thought our guys were able to overcome it. I thought we were able to be at our best in the most important moments, be able to string together some drives, but, you give them credit. I thought, Coach Allen and those guys did a good job. The weather was a factor just for both teams in terms of just being able to throw and catch. You guys can see that, but the way that game went into overtime, I just love this resilience and the resolve of this group where, man, we start off, you feel like you're getting a little bit of momentum. I make a terrible 3rd down and 1 call. No excuse for that. Should have used the timeout. They did a good job of having a good call on there, and then we got to punt it out. And I thought our defense, they just made them snap it one more time. It looked like they were getting themselves close to field goal range. What a freaking play by Cam Curl. I thought our defense came out time in and time out tonight. And then offensively, to be able to make those plays, to be able to get back in field goal range, I thought was big. I thought Matthew did a great job of finding Colby early in that drive to be able to get up the sidelines for the first down. Devontae makes an unbelievable catch on the sideline. And then about the 3rd and 6 conversion at Nakua. He took the timeout, didn't like the look. Matthew finds him, and he's so strong. And we were able to get a few more yards, and then Levis punches it in. And so, hell of a deal right there, but a lot that we can learn from. I'm just really proud of this football team and we saw this.
Yeah, in other words, 14 effort by Sean Bates Rams, and they're going to work again, get the win in overtime over the Bears, 20-17. Now they're in the NFC Championship game for the first time with that 2008 season. Getting down here on Sports Center, this poverty legacy of 2 touchdowns for the Rams in that win. The coach just said he was proud of the team's resilience. When you think about how this game played out, how was this resilience able to solidify itself together?
Wow.
Hi, Billy Sprays here for Clean Right. I'd like to introduce you to the best chemical injection product in pressure washing. The original X-Jet and the X-Jet M5. You might be asking, what's the difference between the 2 models? Why should I The original X-Jet requires the use of multiple spray kits that have to be changed, while the X-Jet M5 has the added functionality of a twisting, adjustable nozzle that can go from a solid stream to a fan spray. But wait, there's more. There's no need to mix chemicals by hand.
Just hit the suction hose and it started with the weather, and everybody talking about, the Rams can't come play in the cold. And then we went overtime, and we had to continue to keep showing and finding through that adversity and that resilience. So, man, we really built for anything that comes our way. We talk about that each and every single day, being built for it. That's exactly what we show through that resilience. As a fan watching the game, probably, the emotions going back and forth were immense. And I don't really care if we won the game, I do respect. But I really, from this standpoint, you go up, you have a chance to win, and then Caleb Williams makes that ridiculous throw and send it to overtime. How do you guys absorb all that emotion? Yeah, it was a great play by them. We got to continue to keep the mindset of the next play. We got the opportunity to go out there and continue to keep playing ball and continue to keep going to win this game. Like the opportunity presented it for itself today. We got to continue to keep believing and going to the next play. He made a great play and allowed them to be in the game, but we should continue to keep knowing who we are, believing in ourselves, and just continue to keep going to that next play.
Yeah, you guys got to overtime, and a huge play by your defense, giving the ball back, and you got to go down and score. And Tim Hasselbeck and I were talking about the influence that Matthew Stafford can have in that moment. It's an idea how that manifests itself in the rest of you guys. You know that your guy has been there before, he's likely to do it again.
Specifically, and what he wants his team to do against
it creates an elite amongst the whole squad. It definitely amongst the offense, but it creates an elite throughout the whole team. And Matthew, he's going to go get that done. He always has, and he's always looking true to that. I remember last week when we were going in, driving against Carolina, you know, I remember saying, you got the best person in the world to lead us when we're going to go get foul. We did exactly that. We continue to keep showing. So essentially, we're leaving the 9-man because he's got it all. He's got it all figured out, locked down, and we're going to break the man.
All right, so now we got to go on the road to try to punch a ticket to the Super Bowl. Obviously, we know the team very well and we're playing. Your initial thoughts on the matchup?
Still, no foul.
I'm excited for it. You know, it's going to be a big matchup. You know, it's
no foul.
We're going to see twice this year, so we got to continue to learn from what we did last time, and continue to keep being who we are. You know, I think that if we stay connected, if we stay true and play the game that we know how to play, man, we're a really good team. So I got faith and trust and belief in all my teammates to go out here this week to have a great week of practice and a great week of preparation to go to Seattle and have a great game.
At game, we'll track. We'll put the bottom of this squad right now. You got 2 wins on the road.
They know where they put this Steelers shit in here now. They never used to do this shit. Now all of a sudden they put this Steelers shit in here, bro.
Let's go back to the defense, though, because they made a play to get him the ball.
Oh my God, bro. Like 2K is making me miss everything. Look at lame. It was so lame.
Trouble ball to the night. Now, Williams run an isolation route to Caleb Williams.
Fucking foul.
When you guys have a deep over concept to angle, he's going to be able to adjust. So if you play it forward and you're going to stop over here, you get to see what Caleb Williams is doing. In this direction. That's even for high focus. Now, when you can just see Alexander. Yeah, Williams is really challenged left. And so if you get feeling good, you will see Caleb Williams.
All that spicy shit.
So at this point, to get that underneath cover is depth. So what's behind him, if you're not being aggressive, should come to the flat right there. And instead, he gets his eyes back to the middle of the field. And with the middle of the field,
this is a good team. It's just the controller. My controller fucked up, so I can't shoot. As y'all can see, this shit is always moving on its own. So every time I run a play in floppy or just a regular play anyway, once I get on the spot and I'm a little bit open to shoot it, he's gonna do a step back because the controller moves on its own.
So the guy's gonna drive on the route, then this ball needs to be really.
So now I can't shoot like I want
to. The angle that Moore takes is not the angle that Caleb Williams said he's going to take. It's what Colonel's going to cut him off. So, listen, it's a huge play again. I like to think that because we've been hearing Nick talk, hearing Williams talk. Yeah, Stafford gives hope to the offense when you get the ball back in that moment. I think there's an element too, you know, in terms of having leadership and experience that transcends just one side of the football. Right. That the defense is like, no, you know what? Like, yeah, there was a 3 and out, but if we get a stop here, we're okay. Like, we're in this fight here, and when you have that, Ken Curl steps up and makes a play like that.
You know, disappointing result tonight. Our guys fought the entire way, just like they have all season long. I thought, this was very much like our team has been. And you got to give the Rams credit. Coach McVay does a phenomenal job. Coach Shula did a great job with their defense this week, and they ended up making a couple more plays than we did, and that's why they ended up running overtime, and they ended up coming out on top. And so, like I said, disappointing result. Our guys are feeling it right now. They all believed, man. They all believed all year long that we could find a way to win each and every week, and so it's disappointing like that. But I am proud of the group. It's a special group. I said that a few weeks ago. I believe that to my core. That when you're with a group of men for the last time in the locker room, and it's just not going to be the same going forward. That. I appreciate all of them, the men and the women, coaches, players, support staff, everybody that had a role this season. It was a special year, and this will be hopefully a feeling in this locker room that we won't forget, and we'll be able to use it as fuel going forward. But
with that, I'll go ahead and open it up.
Okay, have you heard of the world's first AI university? It's called Maestro, and it's basically learning from AI, not just about AI. You can get fully accredited degrees, and the best part is there's zero tuition. And it's so different from traditional college where you just sit and listen to the professor speaking. You'll learn directly from AI with hands-on practice from day one and your own personal tutor giving you live feedback at any time. And even if you're just interested in AI but don't know yet what you want to become, you can just go to maestro.org and find out. Like, let's say I want to work in AI, somebody with strong career prospects. Which degree works for me? And to that, Maestro gives you a personalized recommendation instantly, AI engineering, for example. So if you're ready for a future-proof degree without paying thousands of dollars, but actually getting real, practical career skills instead, this is your chance. And with the link below, you can easily apply for full scholarship today and start building the career you really want.
Let's print with K13 Light. All done by Games. Heat press, the magic moment. Ready to pack. Ready to be shipped.
I was confident. He's done it every time we've asked him. He stepped up and made kicks. He doesn't practice all the time. He's consistent. He's a gamer. So I just knew his blood pressure would be low. He'd be ready to rock and roll. And just great operation, great snap, good hold. Those were not easy conditions to do any of that kind of stuff in. And then obviously a great kick there to win it for us. Pretty steady. Obviously that first drive. Wish I would have done something there on that third down to, get us into a better one. That first drive we had in overtime. Obviously our defense, unbelievable play by Cam Curl getting the pick. Our defense played outstanding all night, and then knew we had the opportunity to go down, drive down, and give us a chance to get in range or score a touchdown, and we were able to do it.
Coach McVay tell you during the timeout? He told us he changed the play.
Yeah.
For Lucas.
Yeah, we flipped it. Had a different play in there. He asked me if I liked the one that we ended up running. I said, oh, yeah, I love that one. And it was a great call, great feel by him to kind of bang a timeout on the first one. Didn't have a great look to what we wanted to do. Just great feel by him on the sideline, getting that done and giving me a good play. And then obviously Puka did a nice job after the catch.
But from in the moment, saw the front side safety down, front side of the concept, ended up getting hemmed up a little bit, and so moved on and had DJ going over top of all of it. Just a miscommunication between him and I. Tried to flatten him off under the safety, and he kept it vertical from what I saw on obviously in the moment.
Bill, how do you describe the suddenness? This short run.
Yeah, it's tough. Being in that locker room, the best moments is being in that locker room after games and after wins, and being with the guys that you all have a common goal. You all sacrifice family time, and things like that, and all that you sacrifice to be in this position, to be in those moments, and so it's tough, and so in these moments you feel that you let your team down, and you feel that you this or that, and it's a good lesson learned for us. First time being in a situation for me and for us as a team, and I'm excited for what's to come. But obviously going to go back and watch this and figure out how I can be better, and that's the exciting part.
Hey, look, tying touchdown pass. Mm-hmm. You are scrambling 10+ yards.
Yep.
What are you thinking during that time? Any idea what you're going to see when you turn?
I ended up getting a little bit of pressure, and so try and break contain and just break angles and slow those guys down so that when I do turn around, I can have a little bit more time, possibly be able to find somebody. And they did a good job containing me, and so I just gained a little bit more depth. And I saw Cole one-on-one over there with everybody else on the other side, at least, near the goalpost. Understanding that, 14 was on him. He's a little bit, smaller guy. And Cole's obviously, a 6 foot, tight end and things like that. So I just wanted to give him my best ball and give him a shot. Understand it's fourth down and, kind of gave him a lot. What's gave him a lot.
You appreciate, I know it's tough now, obviously, you would have importance in the loss. You appreciate what you did with that, bro, and what Cole did, and just the moment.
Yeah, it was cool in the moment, but I will say I can appreciate the organization, the city of Chicago. I can appreciate the sacrifice, the growth that we've had as a team, and I can appreciate the growth that I've had, the trust that I've built with Ben and the other my other teammates and things like that. So those are probably the things that I can appreciate.
You think that you have another? I was just going to say, after that play, did you think, here we are engineering another comeback? And, did you kind of envision how this is going to end? Because you guys have had so many comebacks.
Yeah, you obviously you want to be on the better side of it, so you're envisioning all good things and the moment you're envisioning going out and winning and putting up the game-winning either field goal or touchdown and things like that. So yeah, you envision it, especially after that moment. You want to, like I said, you want to have those positive things in your mind in those moments to be able to go out there and try and win a game.
All of these big comebacks all season. What does this mean for next year? What does this mean for think of it as momentum, or is every year its own?
Every year it's its own thing. But I will say the core of this team, the young players, obviously the players that have some longer contracts and things like that. We got a good core that the organization done a good job of building. And so, the growth that we've had and things like that, it's going to be enjoyable. We're going to be here for a little bit. And so I'm excited.
In postseason football, you need to find that extra gear. Playoff mode. Carl, playoff mode is exactly how football feels.
He's got a little bit of everything.
Dad's team has been out of it since week 6. In playoff mode, she's in on every drive.
That's his first
It's time to flip the switch.
Chamberlain's checked in for Joel Embiid.
You
Ridley comes in for
New
James.
customers bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win.
There's 1:38 left here in the first quarter. Harden.
So Drew just transitioned out and wonder, obviously you saw his performance last night, but you had a couple of moments with him on the court tonight. What do you make of a guy, coming in like that, playing out of position and finding a way to contribute like that?
Very good, very good. He made some good yesterday. Obviously, played good yesterday. Just to not play before and then just come in. We had some people, some things in the league. Since I'm a little
how did that work? Good for you. So it's doing something that you're just going to kind of have to deal with for a little bit. Or do you feel like it impacts you?
Yeah, never real good. So trying to get to it.
And then last one for me, what did you see defensively from the group tonight?
It was one of the defensive games we had. Scoring on 2 points. So this gives us a better chance to win. So playing physical, playing fast, and I think
look good. Sort of the other spirit. And obviously the numbers are what they were, but just kind of the way we approached the game tonight.
When it plays like this, focus on the guys.
Is his command of the basketball. He can go either direction and stop on a dime.
Bobby was up next Williams by the way in 2000. Did the job done 110-93 versus the Toronto Raptors. A very good team in the Eastern Conference. And look, credit can be served in a variety of ways. You can go 3 starters with at least 20 or more, led by DeAndre Ayton. A perfect night for him with that. Him and Luka with 25. He got 41 in the second half, back-to-back 20 and 24. You guys going on from deep, and not to mention, as I just clarified for Chris McGee from downtown, you hold your opponent to a season-long 93. Looking forward to it. Just a good night.
tonight from the loss. Getting some key players back gives the team just enough confidence from the beginning. You get back. You get 2 centers back in Hayden and Hayes. And so when we have players together, and of course JJ can put a lot of emphasis on the defense, and these guys, you know, they're better defense than they've been showing. So a good night to get that going again. When you get some familiar faces on the floor. And then the execution was great. The defense was good. Toronto did get some offensive rebounds. It gave them some opportunity to hit some threes to get us back in the game. But I thought overall, you know, Hayden, I thought Marcus Smart did a pretty good job on this position. And then, you know, just a good team effort on the defensive end. I mean, sometimes the struggles can not demoralize you as though you're giving up, but everything feels heavier. I thought JJ mentioned in some pregame song about the joy for how they play when they're playing well and things are going well. They haven't lost that entirely. And you got a chance to see that tonight with main guys back on the floor. They didn't look like a team that has lost the need to beat it on and look at the accomplished. This year, probably, especially before getting out on the ground, not seeing how good for a while. All the starting IQs were like 2 minutes, just because of how difficult it is out on the road. That one lose that last home game.
It's also a great sign for when you come off a post-game presser when you're head coach less than 24 years ago and hear the word joy tonight after hearing him talk about how challenging things have been lately, especially for the Lakers. And so to be able to flip that around is a great sign in terms of just the quickness to bounce back. But also, you mentioned guys being healthy, back in action. So tonight you get your 2 bigs back, you get Luka Doncic back, of course. But with DeAndre Ayton, I want to give some love there because we've talked a lot about him and he's been candid about something to be more involved and be able to make an impact. It's one thing to say it, it's another to follow through with actions. And on a performance like tonight, where you're 4-25, but you're perfect 10 of 10, the 13 rebounds, Biggie, just the locked in, the focused blocks from him. It's a big night for DA.
Yeah, you got to focus on allowing him to do this every night. He's not going to score 25 points. He's not going to take a 10. But it does have to be a threat. He's so efficient in that area. He gets it, and then he hit the 12-footer. He makes really good decisions when they collapse on him and get him back out. So why not let that be a part of your strategy every night? You keep him involved. When he's catered to, you know, he'll give you some good production, high performance, and really good effort. But sometimes he needs out of the perimeter, maybe the ball's not moving as much as it would be, I'm not sure. But he got some nice over-the-top blocks. He got some nice jump hooks. Just be on the floor. And the way he moves, puts pressure on the defense, is a big asset for the Lakers.
It's scoring in the NBA, just playing one-on-one isolation basketball. As we think about this team, DeAndre Ayton's screen, which is something that the coaching staff has spoken about before. This screen is what starts offensive advantage for the Lakers a lot of times. Luka's really good at one. That's not LeBron's best attribute at this point in his career. So you're really relying on pick and roll and screening actions to start creating advantages numerically. And so DeAndre being back in the lineup, it's not just
won that game. What the hell?
The 2 points himself, but it starts the defense in rotation.
Came back and won that
and then
game.
It allows more guys to get involved and, you know, being able to get back on the floor and 10, 11 field goals again tonight. Those are all good signs, but it starts with kind of DeAndre anchoring the offense with the screening. And then the 13 rebounds to finish defensive possession.
You mentioned defense, and I'll listen to what you were saying. I'll come back to you on this, Fish. And also, I feel like what you're saying is it's kind of screaming the role delineation and understanding your role and playing that to a team night in and night out. And I want to transition this conversation just a bit.
Damn, niggas started hooping without me.
Mike Trudell did a huge hit there in the fourth quarter until he got that steal and had that nice little in and out move, hesitation, had the fans loving it in the open floor there. He hadn't taken a single shot.
It's only because I can't shoot.
He's got 2 steals, a block, an assist, 2 blocks, first team foul. When you talk about coming together as a team, everyone has a role to play, everyone has a part to play. And he's a guy that he doesn't necessarily need to score the basketball. He want to hit the open shot, but it's there. With that kind of impact to be a replacement.
You're not, and guys on trying to be championship teams to be able to accept that as their role. With LeBron out and Austin Reeves out, it's easy to start to feel like maybe you should be more involved offensively. And so you struggle at times when those guys are out when you're more of a role player, no volume guy, if you're trying to figure out where are your shot opportunities. Tonight, with Michael back in the now, I'm not thinking about offense at all. I'm going to have to make that a part of my vocal energy against it rebounding. And I'm sure the coaching staff on a back-to-back spent some time watching some clips, watching some film, kind of helping them say to himself one night, these are the things we're going to impact in terms of winning. He's able to go out and do it tonight.
I already remember the play basketball back in the late 40s. They had 6 women on the court. 3 on offense and 3 on defense, and they never crossed the court. That's one of those guys in defense. That's just like Chris just said. He don't need to score out, bro. You know, making buckets and let's see has an opportunity like that. But you mentioned his stats, the thing that he gets: rebounds, blocks, 9 rebounds. But there are so many other things that he does in the court. His teammates recognize that they need him. A stud here, just to help him get back. Little things that he does that don't show up in the that coaches absolutely love. Puts pressure on people. He's always handsy, and you just can't measure everything that he does because he does a lot for the team on that end.
You know what's funny would be if we could go back to only playing one end of the floor. 3 on one, 3 on the other. That's what I got. Wins against the Raptors before the Lakers as they improved to 25-16 on the season. As we check out the highlight of this one, occasion. It's the big guys, guys. Say it.
To the paint, pocket 6. And that one's good. Gasol. What you can do there defensively. Gasol has too much size to stop from that range. Here's Hastings, defended by Harden. Offensive rebound. Hastings with a bucket.
Offensive rebounding, a big part of the game right now. Teams love to send extras to the glass.
Outside Irving. Durant against James. Pass to Nowitzki. Now here's Irving. Gasol, a screen on SGA. And Embiid with the block.
Meet him at the rim, Joel. Just a fantastic block there from Embiid.
And Irving has got the ball here for the Atlanta Hawks. It's a 5-point game.
And then
not going to go. He misses his first attempt of the night.
Timmy going back in with alongside Davis to start the second and point you see. Here's Davis on to where you see from kind of thinking, hey, this is a spot where can get a shot and have to put it in.
Oh, he's great.
They set up Irving for 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Hastings has got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Davis pass to Embiid. Back to Davis.
Still a little jarring to see, what the man doing.
Bro, that's easy. That's AG. Come on, bro. You get fouled for that.
Easy job of coming out of the post during that stretch. You also get some stops on, so I thought they did a good job. You can run stats and figure out, the first player to do this and that or whatever, but it's the third player in history to go at least 10.
Humanity is saved. The humans prevailed. The Lakers get the win over the Raptors. 110-93. Hey, everybody, I'm Trevor Lane. This is the LakersNation.com live post-game show. Happy to see you all here with 93 points.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter.
Absolutely. Against Raptors.
Gasol the screen.
Atlanta misses again. New York leading by 7. Here's SGA. There's the possession. They've come out with a fearless approach on the board.
And they gave him a foul.
Contact defenders get nervous guarding James Harden. This is why.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Where the fuck is Austin?
As we go through this one, we get into it.
I like that nigga.
That free throw misses.
I think we did the win. The Raptors. Shoot 50. This is what happens when you have shooting that. That's what they did.
And he's good on the second. Here's James. This one for 3. Gasol grabs the board. Hawks trail by 6.
4 points, 7 assists. 2 turnovers, 2 blocks.
Pass to Durant. 3-pointer. Yes. And a nice assist from Harden.
This guy's mechanics are just pure. Kevin Durant, folks, turn the lights out if you allow him to get a 3-point shot off.
Stolen by Harden. Here's Nash.
And
Nowitzki. And the basket is good.
Listen, we know this guy has got a solid offensive arsenal. You've got to stay on point defensively.
Pass to Embiid.
25 and 15 for the NBA. That's a block. He's fantastic. 25 points, 8 and 22. Not playing the ball. 5 to 12 from 3.
Well, it's simply going to take more of an effort than that to deter LeBron James. The strength and the skill set are overpowering.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of
off the bench.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
10 points. And that's it.
The Hawks making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. The Knicks making a switch here. New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Here's James. Out to the right wing.
3 points on better point shooting.
Here's Arenas. Plenty of contact on that shot. The officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. New York shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Jackson Hayes, maybe the goal, and 50 on the lead.
Misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line.
He also got a low blow, and they get played foul.
Atlanta's gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off.
It looked very
pass to Nash.
Jackson Hayes. So it was not Jackson Hayes' best night, but again, it's nice to see him back out there on the floor. Defensive, 55 points, 17 minutes. Okay, let's get into
Screen by Embiid. Arenas passes to Embiid.
So chat, fire it off. It's the superstar of the night.
Here's
Finish
Nash.
one. Let's do it.
Is an ad-on tracking platform. They start with their ball tracking. Allow you to see what marketing makes your phone ring and at a great price. What if only 40% of your answer phone calls?
102 left to play in the first quarter.
60%.
And it's rejected. I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter. Pass to Gasol. And he parries his first look.
Make sure to see what marketing works. It gets complicated.
Like, bro, why are you right into the got running that way first time?
First of all, let me say congratulations to the Rams. Somehow, some way, just like all those guys, they found their way back.
James with a steal. We got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Anthony.
It's tough call, and it's not a tough call.
Hastings, the pass to Embiid.
He's going the ball.
No good with the triple.
And the ball, in my opinion.
Getting others involved. It has been a
It's not
struggle.
a bad match.
Nigga, just and he was perfect.
He had a good
4-3.
play.
And now a 6-point Hawks lead.
I think that's still, as good as Vino was in this
He
match,
can show you a
Vino
variety
was
of looks.
also set up a lot
That
by
does it
the
for the first
final
quarter.
run.
Hawks ahead.
I think
They're
I'm
up by
going to go
6.
LeBron James.
And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break.
Driving force for the Lakers in this one. Got Nba2k26 at the free throw line, LeBron did. And At 41, playing the second night of the back-to-back.
And we welcome you back to Game 4, folks. Thanks for joining us. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for the Hawks.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free.
Second night of the back-to-back.
Really like their energy
15 in 7 days. And LeBron out there playing because the rest of the team was there. And he got the job done. So I'm going to go. LeBron James.
Nowitzki in at the 4. So that's the Hawks 5. First trip to the line for him here.
Yeah,
first one falls.
Well, if I can shoot, I'll be smoking these niggas.
And we will talk more about the NBA.
And so he makes both from the line. Knicks trail by 8. Pass to Worthy. Here he goes. Oh, and that with no question powered it down.
Put in some extra juice on that tomahawk. No one is going to stop that.
Man, when he's coming in with that level of force, that's just too much right there.
Again, it's very much needed. This win.
Points yet.
They had lost 5-0
and that's good. His first bucket of the
game.
game.
Western Conference Champions,
to risk a shot from range when you can take it inside.
And the Lakers have looked like they're going to follow you.
Here's Arenas.
Next 8
that
games.
One goes.
What a pretty pass by SGA. This guy's so good at creating for himself or others.
The Hawks lead by 6.
What's up coming up? It's not the most difficult necessarily. They've got the host. There are some good teams for the play. There's some teams that are good.
Tries it from 19.
8 straight games on the road. It's not playing games. In
SGA's got the ball here for New York. What an impressive regular season they've been having. Getting to 60 wins.
You talk about magic numbers for a
So
team.
this is the
60 wins you're having in a historic year. In fact, we've had stretches longer than 5 years without any team winning 60. So it's really hard to do.
Here's Nowitzki. Much needed. And as I said,
chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
Like this,
Gilgeous Alexander on the wing.
You got to get to them. That's exactly what they do. Next up is Denver on Tuesday. When the Clippers are basically by
and so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
So now until the All-Star break, the Lakers play at least every other game. If not more than that, they're 2 days back-to-back. But yeah, OKC and San Antonio back-to-back. That's good. That's nice. 8 straight games on the road now. One of them in LA because it's against the Clippers. But 8 straight games on the road.